Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Brockton Writers Series. Apologies for that, brief moment of tech work, but we got it sorted out, and we have our next reader up for you right now. Jamie Tennant has covered music and pop culture, both locally and nationally. He's the program director at 93.3 CFMU FM radio and the host and producer of the literature program Get Lit, which is podcasted, by the way, much like, Dina's talking about podcasting. Back to the bio. In 2016, he published his debut novel, The Captain of Kinole Hill. Oh, you'll have to tell me if I mispronounced that. Kinole Hill. His new novel is tentatively scheduled for fall 2023. I don't know if that was pushed back by COVID, but I know a lot of book publishing was. Movie releases, everything is affected. But I can't wait to read it. And take it away, Jamie.
Hey, thanks, Ariane. Great to be here. So basically, I'm going to read another selection from that book, Spring 2023, close enough. And what you need to know is that River Black is a screenwriter who writes horror movies, but she's kind of in a rut writing these really crummy slasher flicks, and she's not very happy about it. And she receives this mysterious book in the mail. And what she does is she goes back to Japan, where she lived for a time, and she's there for a funeral, but this is where the book came from. So she wants to figure out what's going on, why does this book exist? So in this scene, River and her former boyfriend, Toby, and their friend Masa are off to find another old friend who works at the Jigokudani Yan Koen, which is the famous monkey park in Nagano, Japan. You've probably seen the photos of the monkeys in the hot springs with the snow on their heads, and that's what this is. One bit of info you might need as a listener is that River's really fond of this 1970s horror film that she watched based solely on the title and the tagline when she looked at the VHS box. And the title was Shriek of the Mutilated, which she thought was hilarious. And the tagline was even funnier. It's a frenzied hunt for the hideous beast uncovers an evil cannibal cult, and death is the devil's blessing. So it's ridiculous. It's great. So you'd rent that, right? Like, for sure. So here we go. Public vehicles are prohibited in the nature reserve. A wide, maintained trail leads from the parking lot to the offices and onsen at Jigokudani Yan Koen, about a 20-minute walk. Masa, never one to dawdle while the next adventure lies ahead, doesn't bother to wait for us. He's off down the trail immediately, gait determined, body angled as though he's leaning into the wind. We jog up the trail behind him. I thought you weren't supposed to bring food with you. I gesture to the plastic bag that bumps against Masa's thigh. It is stuffed with chips and yogurt cups. You're not, Toby agrees. The macaques will let you ogle them in the hot springs, but on this trail, we're in monkey country. It's their turf. They know what a plastic bag in human hands means. It means breakfast. It's my breakfast, Masa calls back to us with a shrug as he continues his speedy advance. Toby and I scramble to keep pace, even though we know it's a pointless, exhausting enterprise. We've hiked with Masa before. That's when I'm startled by an unexpected hissing sound. I look ahead to see a monkey ambling sideways, facing Masa from the side of the trail. It eyes him, uncertain whether or not it should cross from the trees onto the trail. Its reddish-pink hourglass-shaped face clenches and releases with a threatening sneer. Its mouth is dusted with fine white fur, as if the macaque is trying to foster an unsuccessful beard. Its mouth forms an O shape as the animal releases an excited hoot. Masa, give it the bag, I say. Masa, however, raises the bag towards his chest as if to say, mine. The macaque braves the open pathway and approaches Masa, putting on a bit of a show, stomping its feet as it approaches, huffing and blowing like it's having an angry asthma attack. The monkey knows damn well what tasty treats are in that plastic sack. The beast is small, but it's a goddamn monkey, and size doesn't particularly relate to strength. It doesn't have to be massive to tear your arms out of your sockets, as monkeys are likely to do, right? Isn't that a thing? I'm suddenly sure it's a thing. The monkey moves in front of Massa, and it sort of half hoots, half shrieks at him, its face a rictus of murderous intention. Massa, to my horror, leans towards the terrible feral thing, making strange hissing and chicking sounds with his lips and teeth, as if he speaks a monkey's dialect. Massa raises his hands up over his shoulders and does this sort of thriller dance as the chicks and hisses get louder and louder. I see the monkey lunge and bury its teeth in his neck. No, that's not what happens, though. What actually happens is, unbelievably, the monkey seems to slow, and it grunts in his direction like a surly, recently admonished teenager. But my stomach sinks. Sure enough, Punchy Monkey is not done. It's hanging around the playground now, looking for the weaker kid to intimidate. I will be that weaker kid. The macaque scurries back to the side of the path, but now begins to size me up, baring its teeth and grunting. Massa? I taste copper at the back of my throat as my insides cave into an internal sinkhole. Monkeys tear faces off too, don't we? Yes, absolutely, certainly, I'm sure this is true. Massa, what do I do here? Massa, God bless him, does not respond, but instead keeps walking, plastic food bag clutched protectively to his chest. The macaque is on my left, so I keep walking forward. Will it attack me from behind if I look away? Will it perceive me as a threat if I don't look away? Go! I shout at it. That's when it bares its teeth again and shrieks at me like a banshee. If there was pee in me, it would no longer be in me. The Shriek of the Mutilated. That movie is ridiculously about a Yeti, a stupid mountain-dwelling snow monkey that kills people. I'm not feeling better here. The macaque's screech seems to have piqued the curiosity of its monkey buddies in the trees. Suddenly, there are 3 of them, as 2 monkey buddies come out to back up their pal, grunting while he continues to squawk. Without warning, it leaps forward a foot. It's a threat pose, a fake out, but I still cry out in what I'll call surprise, but is honestly sheer terror. Go! My eyes start to sting. You're not scared of anything, Helen, comes my sister's voice in my head. Your pen name is River Black. Shriek. Go! Get! Hoot. Shriek. Go away! Leave me alone, you stupid Yeti! Death is the devil's blessing! The hell are you talking about? Toby approaches from behind on the opposite side of the murderous gang of apes. Don't freak out, you'll just piss him off. A second member of the murder trio starts to shriek at me. Toby raises his arms and splays his fingers. For a second, I want to ask him why he's doing jazz hands at the moment of our delimbing and defacing. Show him you don't have any food, he says, so I imitate his gesture, displaying my empty hands. Then, amazingly, Toby does something even weirder. He forms an O shape with his lips, raises his eyebrows, and leans slightly towards them. The main monkey's goons back up a step, while the OG monkey suddenly closes his mouth and starts to hoot to himself. Toby nudges me forward, and within a few seconds, they've retreated to the tree line, still making noises, but no longer on the advance. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I'm shaking and laughing at the same time. I can feel the adrenaline coursing through everything, even my eyelids. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. It's okay, says Toby. They're gone. The monkeys in the hot springs are so friendly, I say. How did you know? I really do build cabins up here sometimes, Toby replies. There are monkeys. You learn how to scare them away. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my... Thanks a lot, Massa, you jerk! Massa, that jerk, is a good 30 meters ahead, feeding himself from his precious lethal bag of potato and dairy products. You still going to be okay with this? Toby is referring to our descent into the heart of monkey darkness. Yeah, I'm fine. No big deal. Just about got my face chewed off. Nothing chewed your face off, but every horrible thing you survive makes for a better story, right? Sure, he says, looking unsure. And that's where I'll finish. Thanks.
Thank you. Um, Thanks so much, Jamie. I love the descent into monkey darkness. That's just, yeah, delightful images. Thank you so much. Next up, we have Zoë S. Roy, who is the author of 3 novels, Spinster Kang, Calls Across the Pacific, The Long March Home, and a short fiction collection, Butterfly Tears, published by Inanna Publications. Her literary fiction always focuses on women's cross-cultural experiences, and besides creative writing, Zoë has also created several Wikipedia pages. We can ask her about that maybe in the Q&A afterwards. So thank you for joining us, Zoë. We're very pleased to have you with us tonight.
Hi, everyone. So we have an issue with YouTube. YouTube is out, apparently everywhere.
Okay, so Jen, is this recording all right? Okay.
The
Okay.
YouTube down detector has all of Toronto out.
Oh, it's just
Not
us. Yeah.
No, not just Toronto, also